Hello and welcome to ACLA News, a monthly program that brings you updates on Claretian Mission in Africa. To date, Claretian missionaries are present in 18 African countries: Equatorial Guinea, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, Nigeria, Gabon, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Chad, Angola, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Sao Tome and Principe, and Madagascar. We begin this edition with news from Cameroon. The Claretian missionaries, through their NGO, ProClad, organized a sensitization campaign on inclusive education on May 9, 2023. The campaign included a march and exchanges with children with disabilities, students, teachers, and all the stakeholders. The theme chosen for this year was From Policy to Practice: Inclusive Education for Children with Disabilities. Under the supervision of the Minister of Social Affairs, this campaign called Ring the Bell saw the participation of several political authorities and civil society representatives from the Yaoundé 7th municipality and its surrounding. Currently, only 10% of children with disabilities in Cameroon have access to education, according to statistics. Moreover, it's observed that not all school programs are tailored to the needs of most disabled students. Social difficulties and acceptance within schools and the educational community add further barriers to the education of disabled children. ProClad Cameroon is thus actively working to advocate for the rights of these vulnerable individuals and to respond to the call of sustainable development goals 4 and 10, which aim to promote quality education and reduce inequality. Let us stay in Cameroon. The Very Reverend Father Jude Lange, Major Superior of the Delegation of Cameroon, accompanied by two councillors, Father Frederick Poumier and Father Honoré Kemfak, as well as the Procurator of the Independent Delegation, Father Conrad Atangana, and the Secretary of the Delegation, Father Jean Augustin Nkoto, conducted a pastoral visit to the Mbot area in the Diocese of Kumbo. During his 4-day stay, he visited the 14th central station of the area, met the faithful, and listened to their concerns. He also inaugurated a solar panel project in Mbirbo, emphasizing the importance of proclaiming the gospel and fostering communion between the Claretian missionaries and the local communities. The visit concluded with a Eucharistic celebration and a thanksgiving for the warm welcome and communion between the missionaries and the Christians of Mbot. Let us now turn our attention to Congo. From May 17 to 19, the Independent Delegation of Congo received the visit of animation from Father Jude Lange, the Major Superior of the Claretian Missionary in Cameroon and the President of the Claretian Missionary in Africa Conference, ACLA. During his visit, he met with Father Jean-Baptiste, the Major Superior of the Delegation of Congo, to discuss collaboration between the two entities. Two significant events marked his stay: leadership training for community superiors and structural leaders, as well as a visit to the philosophy student in Kimbondo. These moments fostered communion and communication between Father Jude and the conference, strengthening the vision and the sharing of mission experiences, especially for the young brothers sent for formation from the delegation of Cameroon. The series of visits continues. The same Father Jude Lange also made a fraternal visit to the Padre Chiffre delegation, Equatorial Guinea and Gabon, from May 22 to 25th. During his stay, he spent time with the minor seminarians at the Padre Cialo Formation House in Malabo, where he encouraged them not to be afraid but to embrace their Claretian vocation. He then visited the novitiate community in Bata, where he spent time with the novices and their formators. He also visited the Maria Reina parish in Nyefang, which houses a college and boarding school, and encouraged the students to dedicate themselves to their studies for a better future. Finally, he visited the community of Nkwe, which also has a college and a boarding school, and encouraged the residents to seize the opportunity to study and receive formation for their own benefits and that of the society at large. The delegation of Padre Chiffre thanks Father Jude Lange for his visit of animation. On May 7, the delegation Padre Chiffre celebrated Declaration Family Day in 3 different regions: Bioko Island, the mainland region, Equatorial Guinea, and Libreville, Gabon. In Equatorial Guinea, 3 branches of Declaration Family came together: Declaration Laity, the Missionary Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and the Missionary Sons of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, that is, declarations from various communities in the region. In Gabon, the celebration gathered Claration missionaries and representatives from Claration communities in Gabon in Libreville. During the celebrations, Claration fraternity was strengthened and proposals emerged for the future, such as regular meetings, a common educational project, and collaboration in solidarity and mission projects. The successful work in promoting youth and vocations was also enlightened. It was urged to continue drawing inspiration from Saint Antoine Mary Claret to carry out the mission in synergy with the Church. August 8, 1974 marked the beginning of the missionary work of the Claret missionary in Gabon, particularly in the Diocese of Franceville, with Father Omaranto Lovato, followed by the seminarian Alfredo Buru. Then, 2 young boys from Okonja decided to join this adventure and become the first priests from Otuogwe province in Gabon. For 25 years, they served the mission of Christ the Lord, following in the footsteps of their founder, Claret. To mark this celebration, Fathers Paulin Bongo and Yves Lusu gave thanks to God for their priestly ministry in a mass celebrated at Christ the Roi Parish in Okonja, in the presence of their family members, Claration conference, and members of the diocesan clergy. The Thanksgiving continued at St. Bert's Parish in Esasa with a religious concert and a solemn mass presided over by the Vicar General of the Archdiocese of Libreville in the presence of representatives from the Holy See and the Claration family. The delegation of Padre Chiffre deeply regrets to announce the passing of Brother Otsiba Grove Jordi, a native of Gabon, on Tuesday, May 30, at the age of 27. Only 8 months after his religious profession, he returned to the Father's house. May the Lord welcome him into his kingdom through the intercession of our Mother, the Virgin Mary, and Saint Anthony Marie Claret. Thank you for your attention. See you in the next edition.